As you've seen recently on the channel, I've been making a lot of news updates / takes when it comes to the whole Genshin boycott situation. However, today I'm joined by someone who made the exact opposite to that video as why the boycott of Genshin will not work. I do understand that some of his points are somewhat logical, and he also understands that some of my points are also logical. So today, instead of beefing, instead of having drama, I would propose a different form of tackling different opinions when it comes to the content creator sphere. I'm proposing a conversation which me and Tao agreed to have today. I'm joined today by Tao himself. We'll be going over some questions I've prepared already. He is also aware of this is not a trap. I'm not going to try to trap him. I'm not trying to win. We're not trying to do anything like that. This is two mature adults having a conversation, and hopefully we're going to learn something from one another. Maybe some of his negative takes can be good information and good data for us to ponder and think about. And maybe some of our optimistic way of thinking can be something that he can also ponder on. And maybe the people that also think that way can look at this and go, I've never seen it like that. I can think about that. The goal here is to not change minds. The goal here is simply to have a conversation, a civilized one, where we can all learn and be productive. My man Tao, how are you doing?
What's going on, bro? It's it's me, Cal, the number one Yolan simp in the world, guys. Remember this: Yolan Soul is your favorite character in Genshin Impact, in all of fiction, and all of anime, and all of cartoon history, and all of reality. By the way, what's going on? It's me, Tao. What's up, man? What's up, V? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. Fun fact: Lielan C1 was actually my first ever double 5-star in a temple. She broke a
That's
curse for me.
actually that's actually an extremely smart decision.
Yeah.
C1 Yolan, that's amazing, bro.
All right, Tao, as I've discussed previously before with you, the goal here is not to trap you. The goal here is not to convince you. The goal here is just to have your takes when it comes to certain questions that are going around the streets right now, how people are behaving according to the whole situation. And we would, you've obviously have a more critical, or some may call negative, outlook when it comes to the whole boycott Genshin situation or movement or whatever you want to call that. So I would love to have your opinion. I'm not trying to convince you again. So it's just a conversation between two people, despite us disagreeing on many points.
Yeah.
All right. So at the start, well, I'm gonna come out swinging. All right. So in all honesty, be 100% with us, like 98 plus 2. Do you think the boycott can work?
If I just think if it can work, like in general.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, no. I really don't think it can work, because as I've said before, it's like, you know, especially my take on the whole boycott thing, right, is that it's not like BMO can't do it. It's not like other people can't do it. It's not like other people can't start their own boycott and try to make change for the game. I want change in the game. Everybody knows the game needs to change and needs change, right? But I just feel like when it comes to boycotts, it just won't work because like whether you can call it me having a pessimistic or cynical view, I'm just being realistic. I'm being more grounded,
Yeah, and that's why
especially
you're
based
here.
off of
Yeah.
yeah, especially based off of past examples we've seen in the past of past controversies in Genshin. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's very clear that the the team for Genshin. That's another thing. I don't think it's necessarily the team for Genshin. It's like one guy. Like the Kai
Yeah,
or
Kai, how are you?
whatever.
I've covered him. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like it's like they don't really listen. They don't really listen. They don't really give people what they want. No, no, like even the anniversary, right? The anniversary drama was such a big thing, and I'm sure that people were asking for the exact same things when they came to anniversary drama. It's like, give us better rewards long term in the game, give us end game, give us quality of life features. They never did that. Instead, what they did was that they pulled up. They said, "Hey, listen, here's a fucking bundle that you were originally supposed to buy, but we'll give it to you for free so that you can shut up." And that's exactly what everybody did. Everybody accepted the rewards and we all forgot about it. And
Okay,
now it's,
I did
another.
talk about that, and it's actually a tactic. I don't know if you've seen the video, but that is a commonly practiced Chinese tactic when it comes to sales.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're unfamiliar with it, I can tell you.
Yeah, go ahead, tell me.
All right. So basically, what they kick off with is, say for example, you have something that's worth $50, right? I come up
Yeah.
to you and I propose $25. So what do you answer
Yes.
with me with that? Would you sell it to me?
Uh, nope.
All right. So then I go, all right, you know what? $40. How would you view my proposition the second time?
Well, you increased it, obviously. So
Hmm.
I guess I would take you up on that proposition. You know.
Yeah. Because like you can feel like I made an effort towards you. I'm not disrespecting you like in the first shot. So you feel like a lot was made towards you, whether it's like your pride emotionally, slash when it comes to the whole monetary value of it all. So that's what they're doing. So basically, what they go is like, okay, here's 3 pulls. Oh, y'all are mad. You know what? Here's 10 pulls. But it's still like something Star Rail already is getting. Like this, we should get like a 10 pull each patch, if you ask me. Because why is Star Rail getting that and we're not?
Yeah, exactly. Like we need this to be something where it's not just something that happens just because we make a fuss over it.
Yeah,
It should be
100%.
something that happens. Yeah, it should be something that happens where it's like, oh, you actually care about us and the community and the game, then you give us that stuff because you know
Yeah,
that that's what we want, and you know that actually help us more than just 3 wishes. That's not
yeah.
gonna help us.
And no one is even shocked. Like when you see Star Rail streams, people reacting to their streams, no one is shocked when they see the temple. It's like common courtesy now. Like no one is even like, we're like
Well,
immune to it anymore. It's like, oh yeah, desensitized.
look,
Easy.
I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I yeah, I like when it comes to those live streams too.
Mm.
I've only ever watched the Genshin live streams. I've never watched the Honkai Star Rail live streams because once again, I wasn't playing HSR for like a period of time, so I wasn't into that, right?
Hmm.
I've never watched a Honkai Star Rail live stream before, except for the Penacony one. And look, when I watched that shit, I was like, yeah, bro, there's something going on. Somebody's not liking Genshin over here because but for some reason, when it comes to these fucking rewards, it's just like, nah, man, we're gonna give you like I don't know, like 2 Cheetos or something. Here you go, bro. Just take that. Just eat that real quick. You know, it's so it's ridiculous when it comes to the rewards. When it comes to just keeping up, the community, keeping them happy, giving them something that actually helps them long term, giving them shit like HSR already has, such as end game content and quality of life features, man. It's like it's so hard. I wonder what really does kill me about Genshin 2. In my
Yeah.
last video, when I was talking about why the boycott will never work, in my comment section, right? Because I have my gameplay in the background, right? I I was claiming all of my expeditions individually, but I forgot that there was literally a claim all button at the bottom of the fucking
Same
screen.
here. I'm not used to that too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not used to that because they only added in that feature like in 4.3 or like 4.4 or something. Like they added that very recently. I forgot that shit was there.
Yeah, same
So
here.
like all yeah, so like all of literally muscle memory, I was claiming my
Yeah.
characters.
Oh,
I
dude,
forgot
my
there was
man, preach.
I forgot there was a claim all. I dead ass didn't see it. But like that's the problem, bro. It's like why do we get that now? Expeditions have been in the game for so long. You mean to tell me they couldn't add in a fucking claim all button?
My most hated edition, especially for how late it was the in the map where you can see where the underground level is.
Yes.
Bro, when I got to Sumeru, and the pyramid, I don't know if you've explored
Yeah,
there.
no. I know all of my Sumer is 100%. You're talking to the right guy.
My
I know
man.
exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about. I know
you
exactly what
remember the
you're talking about.
pyramid and how frustrating that is to keep pinpointing where the
Yeah.
Dendroculus is, where the quest is.
Yes. It's fucking horrible. In fact, I actually had a video on my channel. I have a video on my channel where I go over if Sumeru was disappointing or not. And I go over it. It's like, why did they add in that underground map shit?
I have no
Like,
idea. And plus, they didn't even give us the quality of life until Fontaine. Because there is
that's
literal
exactly
underwater where they are literally forced from a game design. They have to input it there. Like, it has to be implemented.
exactly. Like that's literally what I was about to say. Like, why did you add in that underground shit during Fontaine, but you didn't add that shit when you had me going through an infinite amount of fucking caves under the
Other
pyramid,
than
bro? And even
Draculuses, dude. No, I
yeah,
can't.
and even then, even then, the underground caves in Sumeru are so fucking bad that it still looks cluttered. I still can't tell where I'm going when I go into. But thankfully, I've been done with that shit. I 100% this shit. I'm done, fucking done.
I guess we
So
can
now I'm
claim
just
we're hardcore explorers. I guess that's an easy claim, right?
see. That's the thing, right? Exploring. That you see, that's one reason why I don't stop playing. It's because I love exploring. Like literally, 4.4 is out right now. I'm enjoying myself. I'm exploring Shan Yu Vale. I'm enjoying myself, bro. I'm killing shit. I'm collecting chests. I'm collecting these sigil things or whatever again.
To that, I have a question to that. I didn't have it prepared, but I
Yeah.
think I want to ask you about this one. So, what do you think the boycott is asking of Genshin players? Because you hear a lot of players saying you should uninstall the game, you should not play the game at all. Anything that has to do with hoyoverse, like you just unfollow everything until you hear one day through the grapevine that things were fixed. What would you say to those people?
Okay. So when it comes to that, right? Now obviously you can't you can't convince, a whole lot of people to do that unless like they were already wanting to do that. They were already deep into wanting to do that. I personally find it where it's like asking people to uninstall the game is something that's like that's like a huge thing to do, bro. Because for some people they really do cherish their Genshin account. They've put a lot of time, they put a lot of effort into it. There's been some people who've been planning to pull for these 5 stars
Yeah.
for a very long time, and then some drama happens, and now some person fucking over here pops out of nowhere. They just spawn into the game, and then they're just like, "No, don't do it. Uninstall the game. No, fuck your progress.
I
Fuck
would
you."
disagree on who you just says that, because new players, I feel like there's no way they can boycott because there's so much shit to do, and you still haven't reached the finale of the game and like the, you know, I wouldn't call it depressive, but I would call it like the routine that is the Genshin
Yeah.
Impact daily life. But since they are not like tired, because I'm gonna assume you've been playing from at least 2.0, at least.
That's literally the version I started on. You're fucking on point.
So, would you say, like, as a new player, someone that's totally new, like they started like around Sumeru or like Fontaine, there's no way they could join the boycott because there's so much crap to do, there's so much to get still.
Most definitely, but like most definitely, and it's not even like the fact that there's so much to do. It's just that
Mm,
when you first start the game, it literally feels like such like a different feeling compared to like when you're at the end game. Because
100%.
I'm gonna be honest, when I first started playing Genshin, it was like 2021. When I first
Yeah.
started playing Genshin in like late August of 2021. I remember the only reason I did play against I remember this. I'll tell you this, right?
Mm,
I still had my friend group, and we were talking about Genshin one day,
mm.
and I asked them, "What is that?" And they explained to me what it is, like an open world gotcha game, stuff like that. And I said verbatim, "Nah, I don't think I'd be interested in that." And then my girlfriend at the time was like, "I want to try Genshin." So then I said, "You know what? Fine, I'll try this shit." Look at where my dumbass is now. But
That sounds like a keeper, dude.
nah, bro, we've been broke up, bro.
I know.
We've been
I'm messing around. I'm
yeah.
messing around.
No, I feel you. I was just like, but like literally, the first time I played the game, so magical. Definitely Genshin is doing something right. It's always been doing something right. But
Mhm.
it's just that with the direction that it's going right now,
Yep.
it could be doing more things right.
Yep.
They have every ability to do more things right, to give the players what they want, to just say, hey, look, guys, you know what? We really do see how much you love our game, how much money you're spending on our game, how much time you're spending on our game.
But
Let's
they
give
do
you
know that.
extra.
But they do know that. I mean, they know how many steps we take in the game, how many birds we killed. So they do know that. But they still
They do know
choose
that.
not to.
Yeah, they choose not to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what
And
would you
that's
say the
probably
fans can do to put pressure on Hoyoverse to do that? Especially the free to
well,
plays.
especially the free plays. Well, I mean, to be honest, there is not much that you can really do for it to be just guaranteed that Horrorverse will be like, okay, we're going to acknowledge your frustrations and we're going to give you this and etc. and blah blah blah. It's like I feel like it's a hit or a miss thing, and most of the time it's a miss, right? Because
Yeah,
like the once again the last drama. Let's take a look at recent dramas in Genshin's past. We had the Zhongli drama. Now I wasn't playing when the Zhongli drama happened, so I'm actually
I
not
was.
gonna.
I was. I
Well, yeah,
remember.
I get
I
exposed to
remember
it.
that thing very perfectly because the moment I heard Zhongli speak, that man's voice resonated with my very soul. I was like, I gotta get this character. I hope he's
That's what
playable.
I'm saying. For real, that's what I'm saying. But I'm assuming, even though I didn't play by that, I'm assuming that when the Zhongli drama happens, because Zhongli was like an ass character, right?
I do have a little points, and let me know if I'm reaching here. I don't think I've ever heard someone say this about the Zhongli drama. Would you say, because okay, when Dea exists, we do understand that Dea exists, and Dea is in the worst state we've ever seen for a limited character period. So would you say that they, hoyoverse, fixed Zhongli because the game was still fresh? Because they haven't fixed any character since, and a lot of characters could use buffs.
I don't necessarily feel that way. I don't necessarily. I mean, that could be a good point, right? That is a good point because them fixing characters when the game is fresh is probably because I mean the game is fresh. It's like the game probably wasn't as established as it is now, right?
Yep,
And they want to make sure that the player base is happy long term.
100%.
So they fixed Zhongli so that way the players would be happy long term, and the game could keep going and keep being successful longer and longer. Because of a character this hyped up as Zhongli released, and he was just garbage. He was ass. He wasn't one people wanted.
Yeah, that's just it.
Then
Especially the last part.
yeah, then people be like, man, what did they fucking do in this game? Do they even listen to us in
100%.
this game? That's the thing. That's the
Yep.
thing. Like like they'll probably trying to establish some sort of mindset as where it's like we do listen to you guys, so that's how we fix Zhongli. So keep playing the game. You guys
Yep.
have any further problems? Blah blah blah. Stuff like that. But another reason, and I don't know if this was a, I don't know if this is a reach. I don't know if this is a reach
Yeah,
myself,
go ahead.
but I feel like one of the reasons why they did fix Zhongli instead of like characters like Daya and stuff like that, why they buffed Zhongli and stuff like Daya and shit, is because Zhongli, once again, Leeway is a representation of real life China. Leeway is based
Mm-hmm.
off China. Hoyoverse is a Chinese
I see
company.
where you're going.
Zhongli, yeah, Zhongli is meant to represent, as the Archon, aka the god of Leeway, you know. So it's like when you release a character that's like a fictional god of a fictional city based off of real life China, and that character is fucking ass, then it's kind of like like the Chinese people, the Chinese government, or maybe something like that. They're gonna be like, Hoivers, what are you doing, bro? What are you trying to do, bro? You trying to shit talk us, huh? Make the character who stands for us, make the characters who represents our nation strong, make them good, shit like that. But I
Would you
feel
say
that
people should spend on the game?
they
Boycott or
want
no
to.
boycott?
Well, if they're boycotting, then nah, don't spend on the game because that's your whole goal. That's like what you're doing. Like
Yeah, no, no.
honestly,
I'm saying like no boycott. Like even if no boycott, like what would you say? There's
even
everything
if
is
no
smooth,
boycott,
everything's good. What would you say?
I
Would
mean,
you
I mean,
recommend?
yeah, go ahead. I mean, yeah, go ahead. Like spend on the game if you want. I mean, I'm not gonna tell people what to do with their money. If people want to spend on the fucking game, they can spend on the game. If they've been planning to spend on the game, I'm not gonna expect anything to stop them from doing that.
100%.
And like that's a problem that I always have with boycotts. It's like, this is gonna sound a little assholish, but I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to them setting up their own boycotts, they kind of have like a main character syndrome, where it's like they think that just because they say that people should do something, that like they're just gonna do it, right? But
Oh,
it's
okay,
like
this
when it
is
comes to like,
interesting. What do you mean? Like they
yeah, but
think they're the main character? Because like I'm in a way I'm covering things, but I am giving takes and I'm giving advice on how things should go. But so it is kind of like a good point of view for me to look at because I might be perceived that way. I don't feel like that, but I could definitely be perceived that way. So can you elaborate, please?
So like because like when you set up a boycott or just any like you
Mm.
try to make a movement, right?
Yeah.
You are expecting people to want to join that. Okay, you are trying your hardest to make people to join your cause and
Hmm.
follow your perspectives and your opinions, no
Hmm.
matter if like no matter like if they don't work, if they will work. You just want people to join this and be like, guys, it's like this time is going to be different. This time when I do it and we do it is going to be different. There's going to be
Hmm.
change in
Hmm.
which like but it's like the thing is that like, are you really going to be the one who does it? Are you really going to be the one where you're the one who makes the boycott this time?
I feel like this is directed towards BMAL, right?
I mean, yeah, basically.
I never wanted to say it, but now that you said it, I guess I kind of detected. Now, thinking on it, I think I know what you mean because I did detect a whiff of I'm trying to be like the main character of this. I never actually managed to put my finger on it, but now that you said it out loud and you said what you just said, I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds like BMAO. Because I just
Yeah,
guessed him. Like you didn't even mention his name, but I guessed it.
yeah, it does.
I did notice from his behavior. Shouts out to bro, like no hate at all. Like keep doing your thing. I feel like his
Yeah,
videos are
yeah,
fantastic. I still have his hour-long video on my tabs. I probably react to that on stream. I'll have my popcorn ready. I'm fitting to dig in that movie. I think I know what you're talking about. Now, would you say it's a bad thing though?
for him to actually do the boycott, for him to try.
Would you
I mean, I
no
mean,
like
like,
for him to
I mean,
try the
I mean,
boycott
like,
slash the main character role in it all? Because as I think you also talked about the content creator part in your video, where people are doing this for the sake of clicks, for the sake of views. People are just gonna try to use this to like better their presence on the internet. But it feels like you went after Bmao in a way because he does follow the trait of the main character. Because most people are just covering the things, like myself. I'm just covering it. I'm not trying to be like I'm Jesus, rally my people, or something like that. You just talked about the main character part. So is it bad for him to do and think as the main character of it all?
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It really isn't because truthfully, we all kind of got some main character inside of us because we're only seeing the world from our perspectives and from our opinions,
Hmm.
you know?
I totally agree.
Yeah, so it's like him believing that he can do this, that he can actually make a change, that his movement compared to all of the other possible boycotts that has happened in the past and even potentially in the future of Genshin, him thinking that him and his movement is going to work. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Bro can do whatever he wants.
But
Bro
why
can
would
make
you call
whatever
it
he
his movement? I mean, it's not his movement. It's not Tectone's movement. It's just the player's movement.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Just the player's movement, right? Like
Hmm.
he's trying to gain all of the anger, right? Like he's trying to gain all of the anger back into like, guys, you all are disappointed just like me. We need change. Let's start up a boycott again. And let's make it actually work.
Hmm.
Let's make it actually succeed this time and
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Hmm.
But you can see this me being pessimistic once again.
That's why I
I
have you
just
on here,
don't
man.
feel
I'm
like it's gonna work
optimistic,
because
but we could use the exchange.
yeah, like because even he himself said that he hopes that his message gets towards larger content creators. Obviously
Hmm.
he wants that to happen because he probably believes the larger content creators, I mean, they kind of do, but the larger content creators, they are more effective when trying to spread a message to hoyoverse. He himself says he's just a small channel, right? He
Yeah.
wants this to spread, you
Yeah.
know
Hmm.
and I mean, sure, didn't Tectone pick it up? He did, right? He did
Hmm.
pick it up, right? He
Hmm.
did. But they've long forgotten about that. Okay, now it's just content creators on Twitter attacking each other.
And that was my next question. Actually, it's great you brought it up because that was my next question. Why do you think creators are beefing with each other?
So I believe is, well, once again, as I said, drama, making videos on drama, it gets you the views, it gets you the money, it gets you the moolah,
The
it gets you
bag.
that shit, right? Gets you the
Mm,
bag, bro. It's good. But I do feel like yes, there is animosity between these creators, okay?
mm,
Because basically the community, the Genshin community, it's like three sides right now, right? You got three sides, right?
mm-hmm,
You have the people who are just like feel good, positive vibes only. Like
mm.
fucking Doro 44, Enviosity, and
I wouldn't put Doro there. Doro has
Censor.
shown some good colors in my opinion. I would put Dish, etc. there, but Doro is okay, especially if you see his Twitter, his Twitch. He okay. Yes, it is questionable. The whole what's it called? He just turned around and did it like everybody else. And why would you not keep mentioning the fact of the boycott slash the movement, whatever you want to call it, on YouTube? Like every video, you're like, "Hey guys, this is a good patch. This is all good, but keep in mind that the real problems about the game are not fixed. Like, don't take your eyes off the ball."
Yeah.
That's like the only thing I can like look at him and go, "Yeah, that's bad." But like for the others, like they're completely like honest about it. They're like, "We don't give a shit." I mean, I think Ziox kind of, but the rest,
Wait, you mean like in the sense of like they don't give a shit, like they don't actually care if the game has problems, they're just like good content only and stuff like that?
no, they'll okay. Look, so what I've noticed, what they do is they talk about the problem, and that's actually my next question for you. So they talk about the problem. They go, "This is bad. We all understand it's bad. The players are angry. I think the players do deserve more, etc., etc." Because obviously that doesn't affect them because they're having, they're pretty big as content creators, and you make a lot of money when you're in that position, and more power to them. However, when it comes down to it, like the content just continues normally because the machine is turning,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And see, when that happens, it feels like, well, to the people concerned, because that's most people right now, they just look at the thing and go, well, what happened? Or maybe they only
Yeah,
know
like
that content creator, so it's like, so what happened to that? Do we have any
yeah,
news? Do we have any updates? What's going on? It feels like
yeah,
everybody's
you
just
mean like
moving on.
you mean like do they actually care that there's problems or something
Okay,
like
so go
that?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You know what? Feel free to answer that question. Do you think they care
You
there's a
know,
problem?
I mean, I know that they know there's problems. Okay, you can't be a
Mm-hmm.
Genshin Impact content creator and you don't know that there's a fucking problem in the game.
1,000%.
Especially with the whole Honkai Star Rail thing, bruh. Motherfucker is literally like bro's cracked. Bro just gave me a free cracked character for free, and it's like you see these things and it's like, dude. Bro, like if you're a Genshin Impact content creator and you're actually gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, no, it's all sunshine and rainbows," you're fucking coping, or you're just on that contract, and you can't say anything bad about the game.
What do you think is like so worth it that they would like put themselves in this position for? Is it just
What
recognition
position?
by hoyoverse? Because I know they just get primos, and that's what they claim.
Yeah, they get primos, but do they actually get do they actually get money, or
Well,
they
I'm
just
pretty
primos?
sure if you're gonna go ahead and sign, sorry, and we all know what word on the street is about Chinese money. That bag
Yeah.
usually is pretty damn big.
I'm not too knowledgeable about what they get from that content creator program. I know that they get primos, but I don't know if they get anything else above that. But as for your question, if as why would they put themselves in this position, just for that,
Hmm.
I'm really not sure. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to be beat driving the game, and all you're getting is primos from hoyoverse. I mean,
Yeah,
it
so
doesn't
like
make any sense to me
the
personally.
bag have to be very substantial for you to risk
Yeah,
your whole online career, or maybe
basically,
they never
basically,
expected the fans to rise up as they did, because Star Rail did come out of the blue, and it did
yeah,
shake
it just
things up a
spawned.
lot, even for
Yeah, it
me.
just spawned. It
Yeah.
spawned out of nowhere, and then not only did it spawn out of nowhere, but then it spawned out of nowhere. It said, "Hey guys, what's good? So you see this 2.0 live stream? So let me give you a whole fucking YouTube video. right? And then on top of that, let me give you this cracked ass 5-star character for free.
Yep.
Go ahead, guys, have fun.
Oh,
So
one
it's
more
like,
tempo.
yeah, so it's like the Genshin content creators are gonna be like, wow, like I really didn't know that we were being hoed.
Yeah.
Like goddamn. Like they probably didn't expect things to be this way. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. You
Okay,
know,
so when they talk about these problems, they usually refer a lot to the qualities of life more so than the rewards. And they will talk about like artifact loadouts. They should fix artifact loadouts. They should like do X thing and they should do Y thing in game to make the game more streamlined, a little better when it comes to qualities of life. But they typically dodge rewards. Why would you think they do that?
they typically dodge rewards like in asking for rewards, they dodge that or something.
Yeah,
In
they
favor of
talk
quality
about
of
qualities of life, but they don't really like push the narrative for rewards because that's really what the players are truly pissed off about.
That is what they're truly pissed off about, like because like the whole three wishes thing is what everybody's pissed about.
So
You know
that's
what I mean?
rewards. That's not qualities of life.
It,
So there's no reason to
yeah,
bring up qualities of life. So why do you think they're doing this?
because quality of life genuinely improves the game long term. You put that shit in a
Hmm.
game, it's like it's gonna be there forever, and it's gonna make the game better. It's gonna make it more
Hmm.
optimized. It's gonna make it more easier to understand stuff like that. Just makes the game better long term. Rewards
Hmm.
are only one part of the equation. I mean, I could go on and on about how, bro, the story, bro, remove Paimon from the fucking game, bro. Like, holy shit. She needs to be quiet. She needs to shut up. She's actively dumbing down the story. I don't like it. Stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's other problems. Rewards are just a part of the problem, you know? But quality of life features is important because that sticks with the game long term, makes the game just better. Because
Yeah, I
I'm gonna be
totally
honest.
agree that qualities of life are always welcome. But that's not what we're talking about, though. That's not what the streets are on. Like, we want rewards.
The streets are on the rewards. And like the
Yeah.
thing is that like when it comes to rewards, right? It's not like we need like amazing rewards like every month. It's just like, can we just get something that actually feels fulfilling when Lantern Rite comes, when an anniversary comes? Because really and truly, it's just disappointing. It's just
100%.
disappointing when it's like, this game has been out for 3 years.
Hmm.
We've been playing this game for 3 years. We've been supporting this game for 3 years. We have
Yep.
made this the highest grossing game in your company for
Yep.
3 years. And you mean to tell me the only thing you could give me in this Lantern Rite is 3 wishes? Now, yes, I know they're doing that login event thing with the 10 wishes, but at the end of the day, what? That's like 13 free wishes that they're giving us. If they
Yep.
give us a 10 pull, if they give us an extra 10 pull, I guarantee you, nobody would be bitching. Nobody would be complaining. If they just did that.
Well, hold on now. If they give you a 10 pull just this one time, or like it becomes a recurring theme,
It could be a recurring thing.
I think that's what we need. If they
Yeah.
just drop a 10 pull and they're like, okay, now calm down. Let me give you a little bit of crack. So you chill. But
Yeah,
that
like
doesn't fix the
literally.
problem between the difference of Star Rail reward system and Genshin. That's the true problem.
It's a different thing, honestly. It's a different, like, if Genshin was just like the amount of rewards that Honkai Star Rail gives, and it's like I haven't been playing Honkai Star Rail that much, so
Mhm.
I really can't be like, oh, I experienced them giving me all of this and all of that and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is that it feels very insulting when you have a game like Honkai Star Rail that's giving players a free 5-star that's cracked, by the way. And then you have Genshin over here. Yes, they gave us a free 5-star, but that free 5-star is fucking ass, and you can't even get their constellations. You couldn't make that five
Yep.
star reach their max potential, even if you wanted to. They literally don't have their constellations. Yeah, I don't know why they released Aloy,
I have no
and
idea
it's
as
like
well.
that is literally an unfinished character because we don't have the constellations, dog,
Yep.
right? And then you have Genshin specifically in the 4.4 live stream saying they specifically said, right? They said because they could have just worded it differently too. That's all they could have done. They could have said something like they could have said something like, "We're gonna give you guys an extra 3 wishes in the in-game mail and stuff like that." On top of the rewards. No, no, like they literally just said, "Hey guys, for all of your support over these past 3 years, for all of your support, we're going to give you 3 in-game wishes in the mail." That just sounds like an insult, bro.
Actually,
Because
there's development to that side. I don't think you're aware. What happened is it turns out that last year they did the exact same phrase and nothing really happened. All of a sudden, long and behold, 2024, that shit happens. Here we are.
so they did the same thing last year, is what you're telling me.
Exactly. They did I was surprised too. They did the exact same thing, and I was there. Shit, I didn't even remember that. So
And
why
what
do you
happened?
think this year there's nothing happened? Absolutely nothing. Nothing happened. They're like, okay, free 3 pulls. Rewards are still ass, but typical. Why do you think this is happening?
Could just be something that's built up, man. Could just be something that's built up, because once again, I wasn't there last year because I was somewhere else in the
Oh,
world.
nothing happened,
I
dude.
didn't
Last year,
finish.
nothing happened. You shouldn't concern yourself about that. No, just concern yourself with now, because
So
now
nothing.
is what the development is.
So nothing happened last year, but
No, no,
something's
nothing
happening this
happened. No,
year.
oh no, absolutely nothing. Like just some disappointment, usual after every goddamn Genshin stream. Like there's always some form of disappointment.
If I'm gonna be very honest with you, I'm not
Mm,
sure why it's happening now.
mhm.
Okay, but if it
That's
already
interesting.
happened, I feel like it's long due. I feel like it's I feel like it's
I
long
do
due. I
agree
feel like
with you that it is the built up anger, but we did talk about the presence of Starrel. Wouldn't you say
like
that the
Doro
very
did not come
presence
out
and existence of
with Doro.
Starrel, a game under the same company name, is the root cause of all this? Or I wouldn't call it the root cause
That's the
because
point.
the Genshin itself is the root cause in their shitty tactics, but
That's a
like the
good point.
true light that illuminated the darkness is Honkai Starrel.
That's a good point. Yeah, yeah, I forgot all about that. I remember, yeah, because Honkai Star Rail released in April of 2023, and all of this shit is happening now with Honkai Star Rail being so good and so much more
Exactly.
better.
So
And
I would
now,
say
yeah,
Honkai Star Rail ruined it for Genshin.
yeah, they
100%.
did. They did ruin it for Genshin. Okay,
All
because
this is
back
happening
then,
right now because Honkai Star Rail is happening. So would
yeah,
you say boycotting because of we see there's different treatments between this game and this game? Is it stupid to do? Because a lot of people say like, "Oh, you guys ain't gonna get shit from this anyway." Like, I don't even know why you guys are bothering. Like, they're never gonna listen to us. They listen to the Chinese, but like the Chinese are going up. So it's like we gotta support them. We'll be Kazuha, they'll be Hu Tao.
that's the thing. It's not stupid to do, right? Because the reason as to why you're doing it is very valid. It's not inherently stupid. You can try. You can try. But the only reason I'm saying that is useless and it won't work is because I truly do feel like you're just not going to be able to reach them on a wide level. Because the thing is that you can stop spending money on Genshin. You
Mm,
can you can uninstall Genshin, right? And
mm,
that's cool now. You stop spending money on Genshin, but it's like you can play Honkai Star Rail, right?
mm,
And it's like there's also people giving money to Honkai Star Rail, right?
mm-hmm.
At the same time, I feel like if you really want to send a clear, like a big message to hoyoverse, you need to stop spending on all of their games, right? You need
I
to stop
disagree.
supporting
I disagree.
all of their games.
I disagree. Because the titles do matter, and when it comes to sponsorships, say for example when they collab with KFC, Pizza Hut, stuff like that, it really matters what title is there and the development team that's responsible of said title. If Honkai Star is going to take over in popularity, well, Genshin falls off, they can't make more money off the title, and Genshin is actually probably more. I'm gonna assume it has to be more expensive to sustain than say Honkai Star Rail or Honkai Impact Third, because the game is just
Yeah,
too like it's too bright. There's so much going on. There's so much attention to detail. Players are insane when it comes to attention to detail. It's crazy. It's even fantastic, I would say.
yeah.
So,
But but let's be honest,
uh,
Genshin is always going to make money anyways, right? I
it
mean,
will, but like there's also like what's it called? price of sustain. Like you gotta keep feeding, right? You're spending money on Genshin, and the returns have to be like as substantial. Plus, say for example, there's also we have to take a look at shareholders. I don't think I've seen any people talk about this, but we gotta look at that too. If I'm seeing Genshin is taking a fall, what do you think I'm gonna do? Hoyoverse is gonna go down a little. Well, let me out now. There will be a little bit of bleeding. So now we need new investors. So now Hoyoverse is no longer in the same position of strength they were in.
But has that happened?
Well, dude, I'm gonna assume they are afraid of that, because if we're gonna go of why are you botting your socials? Why are you actively censoring people to not speak out against you? Why are you trying to cancel freedom of fucking speech just for the sake of keeping what exactly? What are you trying to keep? Your image. Because the image is what makes people want to invest in the company.
Yeah, you're trying to keep that, you know?
Exactly.
But even with all of these people doing all these things, it's like you go to Genshin's Twitter, right? You go to their social medias, right? I mean, how long have people have been talking about this? How long has these boycotts?
But there was never as much action. See, this is where I disagree with you. There was never this much action, and Hoyoverse is responding. Now, you may say it will not work, and in a way, that's probably going to be the case, because when you lose 3 rounds in a row, you see like the 4th round is like, well, what's going to change? It's just going to be another repeat. However, we do have a lot of data that we are getting to them. It's working. They are reacting. They are censoring. They are botting. Do you know how desperate that shit is? That's like a social media sin. It's like an unwritten rule of sin in social media. They're doing that.
But if they're censoring and botting,
yeah,
then how are they listening to us then?
But,
they're
bro,
just trying to stop us.
Bro, exactly. So which means if the push is still going there, they're literally willing to spend money just to keep the image. This is even costing them money. If we're not spending, if we are still pushing, they have to keep spending money to keep the front, to keep the image. We're making noise. Sometimes it's not even about managing to like crush the opponent. Sometimes it's just about making noise that like something will trigger. And to that fact, just right now, that's literally the video I'm working on right now. MITT, I think it's the Minister of Intelligence of Technology in China. They're actually putting pressure on MiHoYo, because Hoyoverse is called MiHoYo still in China. They're known as Hoyoverse internationally, globally, which goes to show to me that they do care about their image when it comes to the global market, hence the name and all that. So they are pushing for the global market. Like, let's not sit here and act like they only care about China, because the global market is probably like 60% if you add Korea. I think in Japan, I think China's like, I think it's like 50 something, or maybe 40. United States and Europe, I think also 40. And then I think it was 20% South Korea or something. I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. So like there's so much push and it's working. And now the minister himself pulled up to MiHoYo and he's like, hey man, you gotta fix public relation. This is just broke in. Like it's still hot. The streets are shook. Like my comment section, Twitter, everybody's like, hey, yo, did you see this? Did you see this? And would you still say that the boycotting will not work through this very punch? And also, oh, by the way, I just made the video about it earlier. Qian Yun, apparently, allegedly, is supposed to have the #1 sales of day 0, of day 1 banner. Yeah, it's supposed to have, according to Genshin Lab, I think the site is called Genshin Lab, it's supposed to have the #1 sales ever in Genshin. Yelan didn't do that. Dude, Yelan didn't do that. Shogun didn't do that. Can you imagine? Can you think, logically speaking, that Qian Yun is able to do those numbers?
Hell no. Bro, hell no.
Exactly. So they're even willing to fake returns in revenue. I heard this was an amazing take from a guy from on our Discord. He said, and I quote, they're doing kind of like some form of fake pumps, kind of where they themselves buy the product just to keep the fronts. That's how desperate and how far they're willing to go for the sake of appearance. Now, knowing all this, would you still say boycotting will not work?
You got to make sure, right? You can try, but it's just that for me personally, right? I always felt like it really does have to be on a scale, bro. It really does have to be on a scale as to where hoyoverse just has to do it. They have to respond, and they have to acknowledge the community's anger and the boycott,
Well, the whole
right?
minister is
Because it's
pulling
not
up
like,
on dude. The minister of technology is pulling up to them. Would you
yeah,
would
the
you
Minister of
say they
Technology is
won't?
pulling up, right?
Yeah.
They're pulling up, right? They're pulling up, right?
Mm,
Now, yeah, like it's not impossible. It's
okay.
really not. It's really not possible. Okay, like if that's happening and all that stuff, which I didn't know about before, then yeah, it's possible.
No,
It's
this is
possible
like
that yes,
brand new. This just happened. I think this afternoon. This just in.
fuck. Hey, that's pretty nice, bro. That's good. That's good for them. That shit is happening. That's fucking good. I'm actually glad that that's happening. That's something that happened. Like it's not impossible for boycotts to not work. Okay, I was just
Okay.
saying that most of the time it's useless because most of the time it's not enough to actually reach them.
Hmm.
Most of the time it just doesn't work, especially
Hmm.
with other dramas. Like they just gave us some bullshit compensation and they're just like fuck off, keep playing the game, blah blah blah. you
Hmm.
know and it's like I just never felt as if it could ever reach such a scale, if it could be sustained long enough, if it could be kept alive long enough for Hoyoverse to actually respond and get to as big as it is. But as what you're saying that just happened right now with the ministry telling Hoyoverse, hey, listen, bro, buck up your booty, bro.
Hmm.
Okay, because these players aren't happy and shit.
Yep.
There is a chance that it can work. It's not like I don't want it to work. Because
That was my
I
next
do.
question.
Yeah, because like it's not like I don't want it to work. As I said, I do want change. Of course, why wouldn't I want more rewards? Why would I want quality of life features? It's
My
not like I
man.
don't want it to work. I want that shit to work.
Mm.
You know? But it's just that I'm just having a grounded expectation,
Yeah.
especially
Which
based off of the
some can
replay,
call
bro.
pessimistic. You can agree to
Yeah,
that.
some could call it that. Some could call it that. Some could call it being cynical. I just see it as like,
I will go that
man,
far,
this is
but
a
pessimistic is more on point or
yeah,
more
yeah, pessimistic.
very logical and data based and non-emotional. And I agree with that. And that's why I wanted to have this conversation with you specifically, is because we go through data. And that's why you'll notice I offered the data to you first, and then I asked, would you still feel the same? Because I know like you're a man of data. Like you like to gather data and then like, okay, now I can take this into consideration and now I can speak about it.
Yeah, like because I want these things to happen. I want these changes. It's not like nobody who will fucking sit there and say, no, I don't want more rewards in Genshin. No, I don't want more chronic life features. Like, are you dumb,
Apparently they
bro?
exist, bro. I heard. I still haven't met them yet. I don't
Hey,
know. I don't know if I
ain't no
want to
way,
meet
bro.
them, but apparently they exist.
Yeah, there ain't no way, bro. They're dumb, bro. They're dumb. What?
I refuse to believe some shit. But once I started like being on the Techone defense team, bro, I've witnessed a lot of dumbassery.
I'm
I'm
also
not
on the
gonna.
tech
I
team.
always thought. I'm not gonna. I always thought Techtone was like, okay, he's exaggerating. There's no way. There's no way these guys even exist. There's no way somewhere, someone is breathing oxygen that behaves like this. But how wrong I was.
Techone is just an honest, straightforward man who's realistic and he's just honest. And people don't like that, bro. People don't like that. I'm
Now
also
we
on tech
both
team.
are actually. Would you say we're in trouble too?
Bro, even if I was in trouble, you think I'd give a shit? I'll fight everyone. Pull up, literally
Hey,
pull
my
up. What?
man.
I do not care. I do not care, bro.
Respect, dude. Respect. But you say you're straightforward and all that. Now, would you say that's a good thing or a bad thing? The whole straightforward part. You
No,
like
that's a
your
good thing.
personality, or like even Tectone himself. Like, would you say that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Being straightforward is the best thing you can ever do because that lets people know that, hey, this is me. This is legitimately how I feel. I'm not sugarcoat. I'm not lying to you. Most importantly, I'm telling you
Oh,
how it is.
that is the biggest good point about it. That's for sure.
Yeah, being straightforward is the best thing you can do. Being straightforward is what everybody should do. But a lot of people, it's like they like to pretend. They like to stay in their safe space. Some people know truths that would hurt them, and when those truths are said, they're like, "Get the fuck out of here! I don't like you. You're stinky." Like
True. That
it's
is
basically
true.
like that. It's basically like that.
Hmm.
Being straightforward is the best thing you can do, and I think that that's the problem that Tectone keeps running into. Yes, while Tectone can sound a bit like an asshole at times, at the end of the day, I can tell that he's a man who's just being honest. He's being straightforward, and I can see where he's
Dude,
coming from.
I'm not gonna lie. I sense kindness. I sense a good man. And when you see people
Yeah,
coming after you the way they're coming after him, usually people like to cancel out and snuff out the good. Because YouTube, content creation, whatever platform it is, it's some dark shit. You hear stories, that's some dark shit. Like creators are not the goody two shoes you think they are.
they're
It's a
not.
business.
They are
They
not.
treat you as a business, as a currency. It needs a quite the mature mind to be in that position and not be corrupted, especially when you see your peers are all doing that shit and they're all encouraging you to do the same shit. It's like drugs. If you hang around with people that do drugs, there's a very high chance you'll do that one day.
That's another thing. People. Hey, I I naturally sometimes I don't trust people who like to act like everything's all perfect and sunshine and rainbows
Oh, that's
because
fake.
those are typical. Yeah, because those are typically the people where it's like, oh, you you shot somebody yesterday? That's crazy. Those are usually the type of people where like they have major skeletons in their closet compared to
Yep.
people where it's like when they're really straightforward and honest and kind of aggressive in a way, and kind of assholish in a way as well. You can tell that it's like everything that they do is like expected.
Yep.
You expect that from them, but it's usually the
Mm.
people who fake something is the ones who have the most to hide. And I don't like that. I
Yeah.
don't like that. It's pretty ass, it's pretty cringe. I don't like
Actually,
that shit because that's why I was saying.
on that topic,
Yeah.
that is the next question. Do you think there's a difference between big content creators and small content creators drama because of the scaling of it all?
You said drama. Elaborate on what you're trying to say. Are you trying to say that like
Okay, so
yeah, yeah,
say for
elaborate.
example, now we see Techone all the fighters are entering the ring. We got like Dish pulling up. We got Asian that guy. Man, I don't even.
Accent,
I
yeah.
love this comment. There was this comment on my video. He was like, "Bro, they're all doing this shit because they were like so irrelevant. Like I forgot they even existed, and that was me too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I
Me,
forgot
bro.
these guys were even in the space, dude.
Me too, bro. Me
Enviosity?
too.
Who? Who? I
Who,
don't.
bro?
Who's
I never
that?
watched.
I don't
I
know
never
that
watched
guy.
that man in my life.
I know. Smack and Mr. Pokey, Braxophone, MTash. These figures are more present than you guys ever are. Like, and they play Honkai Star Rail.
Let me tell you something, bro. The only Genshin content creators I fucking know, for the most part, are
Hmm.
Ziox and Tectone because Ziox made guides and I'm dumb as shit. So I
Yeah,
watch his
exactly.
guides. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
and also he's actually funny. His streams are actually fucking hilarious.
I do go to Braxophone's guides. They're good. He still makes Genshin ones. Back in the day, I used to watch Smacks. Smack, I think, makes the best guys on
Yeah,
YouTube,
you know
hands
what?
down.
The guy YouTubers are just the goaded YouTubers, just saying. Okay, because they're smart and they don't always envelop themselves. Well, no, actually, no, no. They don't envelop themselves in drama. They just there to help you out. Like, okay, you're dumb as shit. Let me teach you how to do this.
Exactly.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you,
but
bro. Thank
even
you.
they are actually being dragged into drama just by
Yes,
being
yes. Ziox,
associated with someone.
Ziox started that whole fucking like unknowingly, unintentionally, right? In a
I
way.
wouldn't say it was unintentional.
Yeah, it was a little on it. It was a little intentional. Maybe yes, it was intentional.
Bro, when you're
But
so big and everybody's watching your every move, come on now.
yeah, because bro posted an image on his Twitter that was Doro and Tectone,
I
and he
know,
said
yeah.
duality of man. And and Tectone was like, big dog, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
And then that's how this whole shit started, right?
Yeah.
Literally,
It is a
you know,
small, neutral place that Ziox tried to be, but it is a jab.
it is a jab.
It is a jab.
It
Like
is a jab.
jabs aren't gonna knock you out, but it is a jab.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's not like I really hate jabs like that either. You know,
I
I'm
think
a
so
bit of
too.
a
As long as they're healthy, they're fun.
yeah,
You can
and
make
I'm a
fun of me, you
troll,
can poke
bro.
at me, it's fine.
Yeah, literally, like, bro, I'm literally a fucking troll, bro. I'm literally a troll. Like, I will, bro, I will make jabs towards you every now and then and shit, just fucking around.
Yeah, that's
You know,
okay. Hey, that's okay.
it is how it is.
Yeah.
You know, but
But
it's like,
however, would you still behave the same if you have influence? If you grow big, say you're the next Techone, would you still behave the same? Knowing that that trolling has consequences.
you know what? That's such an amazing question, bro. Okay, that's a question I reflect on this sometimes, and I'm like, because I really do I really do take a look at like how much communities I've been banned from and how much servers I've been banned from, and I start to wonder
Yeah.
if I do get big one day, if I do start to get some sort of community one day,
Yeah.
those people might remember me, they might notice me, and
Yep.
they
Oh
might
no,
try to bring
they'll
something to me.
actively look at where you are and what you're doing.
Yeah,
You become their
you know,
hobby. Your
yeah,
life becomes
and
their hobby, dude.
that's not something I'm necessarily scared about because I'm the type of person where it's like I don't really give a fuck.
Okay, you
You
don't
know,
give a
like
fuck, but at that point you have something to lose, slash, whether
yeah,
you like it or not, Mr.
I
Tao,
do,
whether
I
you like it
do.
or not, people are looking up to you and people will behave and sometimes think that that type of behavior is okay to be done anywhere, anytime, because my role model Tao is doing it.
You're right. You're right. Right. It can come to a point where it's like if I'm being a troll and if I'm being toxic, then the community that I may foster in the future may think that's okay, and it's
Yep.
like that causes me losing viewers
No,
or
no, no.
subscribers.
That don't even make it about yourself. Don't even make it about yourself. Would you say like you have a responsibility towards the people that look up to you and that like kind of sometimes shape their personality around yours,
I
where
mean,
they
of
kind of want to
course.
act, they want to be like you, they want to act like you, but then they quickly realize that they're getting into trouble, they're putting themselves in a bad position, they're not as lucky as you because you're this big content creator, they're not, so you can get away with shit. Heck, sometimes if you troll, that causes drama, that causes people talking, people are laughing, yay content, yay what's it called, relevancy. But
Yes.
there are some people that are looking at look at Tao doing that shit, and they're gonna be like, okay, let me behave like an ass. Well,
Yeah,
is it
you're right.
okay every time? You can get away with that because of your position, but and even then, you're put into question, and a lot of people will criticize you.
Yeah,
But
like it's not
yeah,
okay every time. It really is. In fact, I've kind of calmed down like especially when getting banned from servers and shit. I've kind of calmed down on that. Like I really haven't been causing that much mischief lately because I've been focused on actually doing the channel. But another thing is that like the like the people who will look up to me, or if I do foster a community in the future, right?
mhm.
I just hope that it's like they will understand what type of person that I am and they will accept that, you know. But it's to keep it to a level, right? It's like yes, troll, make jokes and stuff like that, but don't be inherently like what's the word? I guess aggressive,
Mhm.
like don't like directly try to instigate or be like a major asshole like that,
Mhm.
something like that.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it's a very tricky thing that
Mhm.
I'll have to learn how to deal with if I do start to become, more bigger in the future.
You know what I
That's
like
just
about
something like
this
that.
is that you're actually learning. And see, the whole point, in my opinion, for people to keep looking at is the learning and the growth. As long as you're learning,
Yeah.
as long as you're growing, as long as you, and what I love the most about what you said is like there's a lot of self-reflection where you're like, okay, I'm getting banned by all these servers. I must be doing something wrong. There's no way all of them like
No, no,
hate Yelan or
no, I
something.
know. No, I know what I'm doing wrong. So sometimes these servers ban me because of my banner.
Yeah. So you have to look at yourself and go, okay, what kind of people am I even going to attract? And I would even ask the question, how chaotic would that be if you meet another Tao and
Yeah,
you
you
have to
know
deal with
that
a
that reminds
whole bunch of Taos all on the server
that
trying to mess
that
around?
reminds no that reminds me very similar to iDubbbz' situation. iDubbbz, he had content cop in the past,
Yep.
and he would make all these hit pieces on these content creators. Then
Mhm.
all of a sudden he comes out one day and he's just like, I really regret what I did because it legitimately attracted people. It
There you
attracted
go.
fans who were
Yep.
just like they weren't actually funny in what they did. They weren't
Yep.
constructive in what they did or what
Yep.
they said. They just thought that shitting on these other content creators that I've shit
Was
on in the
cool.
past is,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it
cool.
was cool.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
iDubbbz did it, so it's cool. I like the iDubbbz because he does it, so everybody must think it's good.
Yeah. It's like it's a very tricky thing.
So all this to
Very
ask
tricky.
you the following question, because like I am talking about this a lot recently, and I would love your take on it. Do you think, as content creators, especially the big ones, do they have a certain responsibility towards their audience in the sense of how they, how they're perceived by their audience, how the audience are looking at them and going, hmm, how does he behave? He's my role model. I want to be like him. Or say, because influence is that. And like if I like something, there's a high chance if I have a certain influence on someone that they are more likely to like that thing as well because I said so. That's
Of
why you see
course, yeah.
sponsors. That's why people are sponsoring content creators for the shit. It's because we all understand human nature. Human nature is gonna look at someone that they respect and be like, oh, they like that shit, so it must be cool. So let me like it too. Let me get it on it too.
Of course. Of
So when
course
these
you have
content
to.
creators are getting up, doing all this drama, doing all this, saying that an honest man is wrong just for the
Yes,
sake of being
yes,
honest,
yes, yes. Yes, yes. Of course
would
they
you
have a
say that's a
responsibility.
bad message towards their audience in how that audience is supposed to behave as human beings?
It is a bad message because especially with like the maturity levels of their audience. Man,
100%.
especially the a lot of these content creators audience, they're like probably like 14 to 17-year-old teenagers, kids and shit
Yeah,
like that.
14, 20. 14, 20, around that.
Yeah, they're not that mature.
Yep.
And then it's like it comes to a point where it's like if you're a content creator and you call out another content creator or you make a hit piece on another content creator, man, you can make a video all you want saying don't harass this person. You could do that. It would be helpful in some capacity.
Yep.
But people will always do what they want to do. People will always feel oh, this content creator that I like attack this content creator. I'm gonna go and send hate towards that content creator
Yep.
and stuff like that, blah blah blah. Yes, I do feel that content creators have some level of responsibility over their audience because once again, you can't you can't control everybody. You can't control your whole audience. That's
Exactly. See, that's
impossible.
the sad part, and that's where Techone falls a lot in this dilemma, I would call it,
Yeah,
where
because a lot of the reason why Tectone does get the hate that he does is because of other. It's not even so much as like
exactly.
the other content creator attacking him. It's just the content creators community misconstruing the whole
Yep.
situation, thinking that this guy is the enemy, and then they go and attack
Yep.
him.
Yep.
And it just keeps it's like a back and forth. It's like armies, bro. It's like little armies and shit.
But that army is with no leader. They think the leader said so, but he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't say that, but they just
Yeah.
yeah,
But they just go ahead and do it
they take it personally. They take it
because he's their
personally.
idol. Because if I see
Yeah,
my
they
idol getting attacked, I will try to protect my idol.
dead ass, bro. It's like Taylor Swift fans. Like
Yeah.
fucking literally, bro.
Do you think there's a difference in drama between small content creators? Say, for example, if we're beefing and big content creators.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference in size. There's a difference
100%.
in amount of people that would attack you.
And the
Because
responsibility
but
of the characters involved.
yeah, but as you get bigger, yes, you need to become more responsible with the power and influence that you have.
Thank you.
You know?
I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not crazy. No, like it's literally common sense because it's like, like obviously when you become a big figure in anything, not even just YouTube, just a celebrity in general, you need to be on your P's and Q's. You need to make sure that you ain't encouraging your fan base to do something that's really not that good. You need to make sure you have responsibility, okay? But like when you're a smaller content creator, sure you can get away with some things. Those things may come back to bite you in the future, yes.
Hmm.
But yes, when it comes to big content creation, you gotta be more careful. You gotta be more responsible because you do have a lot more influence than you think. And that influence can sometimes come out of nowhere too. You know, some content creators, like they don't really understand how much influence they have. Like it really can do something, you
Yeah.
know? And because I remember I remember I was in one server, I was in one YouTuber server, and it's like I was talking, and then like three people recognized me, and I was like, "What? That doesn't wow." I was so confused. I was like, "Damn," But yeah, like when you're a big content creator, you have a lot more influence than you can even possibly perceive, and you gotta be careful with that. But when you're a smaller content
Speaking
creator,
of
yeah,
that, this is my next question. It takes us to my next question. Why do you think, enfin, how do you think the creators can support the movement that's going on right now?
by just spreading the word. I mean, for as much influence that they have, for as much publicity as they have in the community, the only thing that they really can do is just spread the word, spread the boycott, keep spreading it, keep peddling it, because that's
But
all you can really do at the end of
but
the day.
Tao, it comes at the cost of my livelihood. Like I am running a business here. I can't do that. That goes against the business.
Yeah, they can't do that. They can't do that. That's the only thing that they can do to spread it, but they can't do that because some of them are under
So what would
contract
you
and stuff like that.
propose? What would you propose? That this I'm not gonna give you no hints. I have propositions. I'm working on that on the next videos I'm gonna be putting up, but I would love your intake. So like these big content creators, what can they do? A perfect between, a perfect middle, where they're not compromising too much, but they're still keeping that good public relation with the fans because people are upset at them for not pushing this narrative.
It's an extremely difficult thing to do, man.
I know.
It's an
That's why I'm
extremely
asking.
difficult thing to do. And the solution to that, I don't necessarily know the answer for. I
Mm,
really don't. If you
no
know the
problem.
answer for it, I'd love to hear
No,
it.
I have
But
propositions. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's it. I got the solution. Just do this. It'll work. You guys will be so fucking rich, or like you, nothing bad is ever gonna happen to you again if you're gonna go ahead and do this. Like I can propose certain things that maybe if implemented can do a lot of wonders for what they claim to be a business because it is a business. I still think the best way to view things is never lose sight of the passion that went into this. For me, it's just all passion. I'm loving
yeah,
what I'm doing, especially when there's a response from the community. When you feel like, people are tagging you, people are like coming to you. They're like, "Hey, man, thank you for that. Like, you're doing great. Keep it up." Or sometimes, like, hell, I've even seen some like, "Hey, bro, you're underrated. You're like, dude, just keep it going." That makes
yeah.
me like push harder and harder because that's passion,
But
right?
that's another thing. Like, um, considering that the content creators, some of them that are under contracts, they can't really spread the word. Considering that they can't do that, maybe a little conspiracy. But
No,
you
they
see what's
can't do
happening.
that. They can't. Okay, hold on now.
No, 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 no.
See,
Wait, wait,
yeah,
wait,
go, go.
wait. No, no, no. I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I wasn't gonna say that was a conspiracy. I was gonna say that you know, um, considering like what's going on in the community right now too,
Mm.
they're kind of just fighting one another.
See, see,
You know, like they're not
see, that's
even.
just it. Why do you think these content creators are beefing while we have bigger fish to fry? It's like there are all these side quests popping up on the menu, while like the Archon quest is the main focus.
Yeah, well, because as you said, right? Because as you said, right? They probably really can't do anything. They probably really can't say anything.
But they are.
So
If you're coming after a creator, you are. You're doing it bad. You're hurting the movement at that point.
Yeah, but it's like these content creators, it's like they probably, they can't push it. They can't push the movement or the boycott because that's like their livelihood. They can't really be
I
negative
totally
about the
agree.
game like
I
that.
totally agree.
They
That
can't
that's
really
a
be
good take.
negative about the game like that.
That's a good
However,
take. Mm.
right, because since they're all under some sort of legal obligation or some obligation to keep positive about the game,
Mm.
they see this one guy who is literally blacklisted. Bro says whatever he wants. Bro criticizes the game as much as he wants, okay? And
Yeah.
they look at this guy and then and and they're like, since we can't fuck, you know what? We like we need to do something, man. We need to say something. We can't push the boycott. We can't say anything negative about the game. So let's just shift the focus onto something else. And then
So
that's
you
what
do
all of this.
agree on they are trying to take our eyes off the ball. You do agree.
Yeah, like they're infighting now because like, where the fuck did this even come from? What the
Yeah.
fuck did Atsu come from saying all this shit about
I
Techone? Like,
have
I don't
no idea why bro is even here. Like I
why the
even
fuck
forgot
did he
he
come from?
existed. I thought he quit or something. It's like who? What? So would you say like they're farming drama just for the sake of views, or like they're like actively just trying to attack Tectone's
Like it's both.
arguably aggressive take? He
I
is
feel like their
right, but
views.
maybe he was a little too aggressive.
Yeah,
He went
what?
in
I
no
got that's
lubrification.
yeah,
Yeah, go
what?
ahead.
Yeah, he went with no lube, no condom, nothing. But like,
Mm,
I mean, to be honest,
mm.
like being aggressive isn't a bad thing.
Exactly, I agree.
You know, it's just that people who think that being aggressive is a bad thing are usually just the soft people. They're usually just
Yeah,
soft, and I hate soft people. I don't like that. Okay, when there's a time to be aggressive, there's a time to be aggressive. Okay,
yep,
when there's a time to be passionate and not sugarcoat things, there's a time to be passionate and not sugarcoat things.
100%.
You
I
know,
agree.
but with them doing the like, are they doing it for views or if they legitimately just don't like?
Yeah, because
I feel like it's
you
both.
did talk about that in the video you made. You talked about like content creators doing this shit just for the sake of views. Would
No,
you say like the boycott for the sake of views is a thing? And would you say the drama for the sake of views is a thing?
so here's the thing, right?
Mm.
I will say, it's not just for the views necessarily, right? There is a goal. There is legitimate anger. There is legitimate needs for change. Like,
Thank you.
the whole boycott thing. The whole boycott thing. Yes, because you see with the boycott thing. I mean, you need views anyways. If you don't get them views, you don't get people joining, talking. You need the views.
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
They're
so
very encouraging.
with
I'm not gonna lie. I finally started having views
yeah,
in my life. Very encouraging.
yeah, bro. Literally, my fucking story quest video hit like 100K. I'm like, damn, that's
Damn.
nice.
Hey, let's
You
go.
know, but like, it's partly the views. The views are just a byproduct. The views just help.
Yep.
But it's also like, yeah, like you need to get people into this cause, and
Relevancy.
if we can actually make a change, then let's go. We made a
Yeah.
change. Same thing with the infighting between these content creators.
Mm.
The views are just a byproduct.
Mhm.
But there is legitimate anger that these people have towards Tectone. There is legitimate animosity that these people have towards Tectone. Even Tectone said himself in one of his videos, he went to some sort of con.
Yeah.
He saw Atsu, and he just nodded his head. They
Yep.
legitimately got beef between one another. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not like the beef ain't there. There is
Yeah.
beef. You wouldn't really, because it's not like Logan Paul. It's not like Logan Paul and like the Sidemen and shit. Where it's like there was no beef. It was just for views.
Yep.
No, these content creators legitimately got they got different ideologies, and those
Exactly.
ideologies keep clashing,
Yep.
and that's how it is. So yeah, it's not
Yeah.
just for the views. Let me correct myself on that. It's not
Mhm.
just for the views.
It
It's
runs
also,
deeper. It's more personal in a way.
you know what? I'm gonna be so real with you, V. I'm gonna be so fucking real with you.
Yeah. Pull up.
You know
Sure.
what? I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't enjoy Eden drama. I'm not gonna sit here and say that.
Thank you. Oh my
You know,
god. Thank you.
I'm not
Dude,
gonna do
drama
that
is a
because
whole ass genre in entertainment itself. We
let me
cannot
tell you
sit here
something.
and act like drama
Let me
doesn't
tell you something.
sell.
Let me tell you something, bro. Right? My take on drama is, you know what, drama, because drama is a very tricky thing. drama is extremely entertaining to almost any human being out there, right?
100%.
It could be something as simple as you're on the highway and you see a car crash and you're
Yep.
slowing down to see what's happening. Is it
Yep.
any of your fucking business what's happening? No,
Well, you,
but you
you
see
should
it
try
anyway.
to help or anything, but it's like if you see the people
Yeah,
are okay, like stop, don't just go ahead, keep going.
okay, fine. Better example. You're in the middle of the street, two people are fighting, probably two fat boys. Now
Oh,
you
that
know,
is a good one. Ah, yeah, that's
yeah,
not your problem, but it's like
yeah.
I want to
No, no, no.
see though.
No, bro. Bro, I remember one time in my school, I think like eight fights broke out in a day. I
What?
was like, God damn. No, for dead ass, bro. I was like, God damn.
Was that
I
like a
was
chain
like, oh,
reaction or like what the fuck?
some chain reaction. I don't know what the fuck happened, but like the best example, fights happen in public, people swarm to watch. Is it any of their business? No,
Nope.
but there's drama, there's a fight going on,
Yeah. Yep.
Human
Or
beings.
or say for example like there's trash talk, right? People are waiting.
Yeah,
So like when hands are finally
yeah,
thrown, people start shouting.
yeah, bro. Like,
You,
yes.
you know?
Yeah, bro. And it's like the thing is that like especially with these bigger content creators who like are all goody two shoes, I
Yeah.
hate when they say, I hate when they say drama is the worst thing.
Oh
Knowing
my
fully
god.
well they
Yeah,
would
it's
eat
like
that
shut
shit.
the hell up, little bro. What are you
Knowing
talking
fully
about?
well, yeah, knowing fully well they would eat that shit, and not only would they eat that shit in secret, but their audience would eat that shit. They
Yep.
know, they know they
Yeah.
would. Okay, but like the thing about drama is that like it's a tricky thing because drama can legitimately hurt people. Drama can legitimately
See, yeah, you could get
cause harm.
canceled. You can like lose everything. What was
Yes.
his name? Is it Jeff? Right now, like through this, yeah, I
Yeah.
could I could have watched like some of his pre-analysis maybe one day if I'm interested in the game. I used to watch his pre-analysis a lot. Yeah, I'm not doing that shit no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like drama can really be hurtful to some people. It can really threaten their
Yeah,
livelihoods. And then,
yeah,
like it comes to a point where guys, it's not funny anymore. We gotta take this serious.
yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, I mean, to be honest, bro, when I pull up and I see Atsu trying to say something about Tecton terms, it's like, all right. And then I see Tecton be like, this guy stinks. I'm like, all right, let's
Bro,
go
I was
because
in his stream earlier right before this. I'm like, this is boring. He's
yeah, bro, like
boring, dude. He's
uh,
boring. No,
most,
you're so
mo-
boring. You're
most,
bad at
most,
drama. It's like you wanted to do drama, but like you're very bad at it.
yeah, most Genshin content creators, to be honest, are pretty bad.
Ah, I feel like that's why most people care about drama is when Techone is involved because he's very entertaining.
He's very entertaining
Yeah,
because
it's like it's
he
like when
talks.
I pull up to his stream because I can't wait to see the video on YouTube. I gotta see that shit live. And what you know what's amazing? And he said that and I'm like, that's a skill I would love to develop. Is like when you're in the scene, you're in the field, and you think immediately. Like you don't gather your thoughts, you don't prepare. It's like boom, and you say the right thing and you do the right thing. That's fantastic.
That's literally what I'm trying to do right now, bro.
Me too, dude. Me too.
Like,
I know. That's why I kept telling you, like, I'm not gonna trap you, none of
I'm,
that, to put your mind at ease, so
I'm
like you're
trying
not
to,
stressed about it. That's why, like I said that at first. That way, like you
bro,
can
I'm
sit
trying
here like comfortably. It helps a lot. But like when you're in the spotlight, oh, bro, that is tough. That is to keep a good,
yeah,
the right attitude, say the right thing, not put your foot in your mouth. Something that could be like misconstructed, bro.
yeah,
That is, bro, is
yeah.
so good. You gotta give credit where credit is due. Like people could keep talking shit, but like, bro has an amazing talent, and I feel like that's something we can all work on and develop as people. Like that's a good skill to have in life.
Tectone is not only is he very good at my fucking English. Not only is Tectone very good at articulating himself,
Hmm.
but whenever he does have to articulate himself, he usually just has to articulate himself on like the same arguments that people keep bringing up to him. So it's
Yep.
like it's not hard for him to be like, "Oh, bro, I mean, no, dude. Like, obviously, nah, bro. Because like it's easy for him to do that because a lot of these people don't really have good arguments. They don't really have arguments like that.
Yep.
You know?
They actually make up shit.
Yeah, they actually do it, bro. They actually do it.
Yeah.
That is.
Because okay, if we're gonna talk numbers, all right. So they're content creators, right? They love numbers. All right, let's speak numbers. Bro is like so big, so much bigger than you, and so much relevant than you.
And a lot more entertaining, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
nah, for real. Like
yeah.
dude, I don't
I don't give a
watch
shit about anybody who he beefed with. To be completely honest, I don't watch any one of them.
so
I thought they didn't exist anymore.
so real. So fucking real. I mean, I don't watch. I've never watched a lick of Enviosity. I've never watched a lick of Dish. Bro, did you see that clip that just came out with Enviosity saying, "Y'all should be fucking praising me because I don't spend money in this game. I'm the only one who doesn't spend money in this game." Did you see that?
Oh my god! I refer to that. You, dude, you should check out my content more. You would already know the answer to some of this stuff, dude, bruh. When I heard that shit, I was like, okay, I have to make fun of you now. I have to make fun of
No,
you now. I'm sorry.
no, I'm saying that like, no, I'm
I
saying
have
that
to
like,
now. It's
bro,
tough for me not to.
yeah, I'm saying that like, bro, what are you talking about? You do realize other people don't spend money on the game, right? What are you talking
Dude,
about?
I should pray. No, I should praise you. Who the fuck are you? With what?
Like, who are you, bro? You're
Because you
literally a
decided to put
fucking
limitations on yourself in a fucking video game. I'm gonna
dead
praise you for
ass,
that. Are you fucking
dead
kidding
ass.
me? I can praise
You,
someone's talent in social skills like we just did. Yeah, that's a skill. That's praiseworthy.
bro, like I don't care if you're free to play. And then like another thing is that like it's like I would have said some stupid shit like I don't care if you're free to play because like bro, like you're probably broke. Like let's go ban for man. But I know he has money. It's just that he chooses not to, you know, spend. It's like
That's
why
what
should
I'm
I praise
saying.
you
It's
for
a
that then?
self-restriction. Why would I praise you on that? Okay, so let's say
I,
for example, you can get all kinds of bitches, but you choose to remain celibate. Okay, that's
because
something
I'm
because we
saying
can all understand the rush and the desire to eat that.
yeah.
But you playing a damn video game, and who's to tell us that you don't have a private goddamn account that you use for whaling and shit? What
That's
what
like
tells
that.
us?
That's like that's yeah, exactly. Like with your example, that's like some dude being voluntarily celibate, even though he's handsome enough to get all the girls.
Yeah,
And then the rest of his friends have girls, and then he looks at those friends and he's like, "Man, y'all fucking losers, man. Why can't y'all just be like, look how good I'm perfect, you know?"
yeah,
But
and they're not
here's another
balling or
thing, though.
anything. They're like in a perfectly healthy relationship. We got to make
Yeah,
that clear. Yeah.
but here's another thing though. Tectone just recently reacted to some funny video.
Mm.
The guy in the video literally said, "Oh, so we should praise you for not spending money in Genshin, but you go into your viewers' accounts and you spend money, huh? Right?"
Bro,
Bro fucking
I'm,
just
I'm okay. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna go into that because I do feel like it's weird to me personally. It's weird because that's a way of giving back to your fans and your community, and that's a good
it
thing.
is a way. It is a way.
All right,
Yeah, it is a way.
and that is not a
Yeah.
bad thing to give. Now, it is questionable onto why you're giving that because you're pushing the narrative of, yeah, you can spend on the game or something. Or like, okay, maybe they don't have the money for that and they're just passionate about the game. Well, the real question is like, why not, pay them, give them the
It's
money,
basically okay.
allow them
Okay,
to
it's
do with it as
basically
they please. Maybe they can get a setup, a computer, something. They can feed
it's basically
themselves, maybe.
yeah, like it's basically just the fact though that he said you should be praising me because I don't spend money on the game, but he does though. Like he went a whole he went on a whole little tangent or whatever. You know, and it's like it was weird. You know, it was weird. I
No,
was
no,
like,
no. That was, I think, that was just little bro energy. That's all I
yeah,
heard, in my opinion. That's all I heard. Praise. You got used so much to little dick energy, motherfuckers, that to the point where you think people are just gonna keep praising you. Think you're the shit for a video game, bruh. Get your head out of your ass. There's real
it's something,
life.
bro. It's something, bro. I don't know what's going on,
Yeah,
bro.
because when there's drama, no one cares about your KD. We care
That's what I'm saying,
about,
bro.
yeah, we don't care like you as a person, because like that's what's in question now, your behavior towards everything, etc., etc. So it's like hey man, you know what I would like, how I would like to end this whole drama thing is like, now we know what's what and we all know who's who. So now it is us, the viewers' responsibility to know who to support and who to not support.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Because like we also as viewers hold a lot of power. If you can boycott Genshin, you gotta boycott some creators too. I don't want to go that far because like that. I mean, Genshin is like billions of dollars. Creators, they may be millionaires, but it's like you don't want them to lose that livelihood. Plus, taxes exist. You get fucked over those things. That's like, it's like you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep that money rolling. So it's like I'm not gonna want to like make anybody like, oh, don't talk to this creator, like don't check out this creator. But you as a viewer should really sit back, look, and be like, do I want to support this individual?
More so, do you want to support an individual that is giving a very strong sign that they are actively being paid or manipulated to not to not push for change? Always being lied to, bro. Always
Yeah.
being lied to. Because obviously, why would you trust a content creator when it comes to change in Genshin Impact if you feel as if they're being paid, not if they're under a
Yep.
contract? Obviously, people would trust people like Techone, even
It's like a hoe. It's like you talking to a hoe, right? And
yeah.
then you don't expect hoe behavior. Like a hoe is gonna lie and tell you all the good shit you want to hear so that she can get that bag.
I'm saying, bro.
She's gonna show the cleavage. She's gonna do all that good stuff. You're gonna
That's
see
like
that ass
talking
so
to
tight in them jeans.
yeah.
But she's trying to get that
That's like
bag
talking
though.
to
She doesn't care about you though.
that's like talking to a scam caller. Fucking promise you, hey, look, man.
I learned a lot on being a little critical from this conversation. And I hope you also learned through maybe not just me, but like this whole experience of the whole Genshin boycott that, trying, giving it your best shot, uniting can give like, it can make a difference. It's tough. It's very difficult, but it can make a difference. And we're seeing that.
For sure. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can make a difference.
Yeah, it may look dark, and the data previously may show that the chances of failure are very high. But you gotta get that best shot. That 1% in the banner. You never know. Earlies happen. Double 5 stars happen, right? Chances of that shit is low.
I enjoyed this conversation, bro. It was pretty entertaining. I think I'm gonna go back to editing my own video. You can edit this one. All right, bro. Well, nice talk, bro.
Yeah, same
guess
here. Same here, dude. Thanks for
guess
the
I'll see
time,
you.
man. I appreciate you. Guys, subscribe to Chow. Pretty good dude.
Yeah, bro. Okay, and guys, my Yellon enjoyers, remember, guys. This guy said that Yellon is good.
Yeah, yeah, no,
So
Yelan is fantastic. Yelan is fantastic. Elegy for the
He said
End or
that,
Aqua Simulacra, Favonius, any Yelan works. Fantastic character.
That's right, guys. He said that Yellon is a fantastic character. Make sure you
She is.
support Yellon. Solo is your favorite character in Genshin anime and all fiction. Okay, you gotta understand that. And I'm gonna go and I am going to hug my Yellon body pillow. So nice talking to you, bro.
Take care, man. I appreciate you. See you, bro.